How to destroy your career in 24 hours or less. What does it take to have a somewhat well-known leftist throw away his lucrative career in 24 hours?
You want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Let me get my shoes.
Got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the bus.
Let me get my shoes.
Okay, let's shoot down. Let's shoot.
Watch out.
Well, Destiny let the intrusive thoughts take over, and has likely caused damage to his brand due to his Trump derangement syndrome that cannot be fixed. This was on full display after an attempt was made on Trump's life. It all began with a simple yet controversial statement from Destiny. I am honestly conflicted on how I feel about the shooting, but we'll chat about it on stream tomorrow. Let's just say he didn't wait until tomorrow. Let me clarify. When I say conflicted, what I mean is that I lean towards seeing it as a natural extension of the thing Trump and the MAGA kids support. So I don't think I have much sympathy about the attempt enough to chastise people celebrating it. Now, while people on the left and right were rightly shocked and outraged, and Destiny could have walked away, he didn't, and it only gets worse from here. Now again, this is pretty sickening, but he doubles down again, this time making reference to 1776. Oh, I'm sorry, what happened to 1776? Was that a peaceful protest? While the irony is so strong you could forge a sword with it, Destiny just doesn't know when to stop. This quote is absolutely sickening. If we learned anything today, I hope it's realizing the importance of principles I've stressed many times on stream before. Having a firearm means absolutely nothing if you don't spend time at the range practicing with it. To make a joke out of the attempt on Trump's life is one thing, but this is when TDS is at its peak. If Destiny isn't on a list after this, don't worry, he still has plenty of material. He then tries to justify the violence using the SCOTUS ruling. I will say, I was worried for a minute about what would happen to Biden if he ordered this, but then I remembered, thank God conservatives all agreed that the president has absolute criminal immunity when acting as his role as commander-in-chief. If this wasn't sickening enough, Destiny then tries to use the whataboutism card. LOL, I'm sorry, but soy raging over this when conservatives have been unhinged for the past 8 years is beyond f***ing stupid. I'm way the f*** over it. Remember all the conservative talking about principles today who have joked about Pelosi's husband getting beaten or celebrated all kinds of violence against minorities or progressives or other people they consider undesirable? I'm way the f*** over it at this point. They reap what they sow, and I'm here to watch the harvest. Like, even if Destiny is right here, does he really want to be exactly like the people he claims to hate? The answer to that question appears to be yes. He then argues with a bunch of people and admits to this. I'd rather watch my wife get railed 10,000 times over than betray family in Ukraine by throwing them under the bus to win an internet debate, you coward, spineless Next time you moderate a debate, brush your teeth first so we don't have to smell Putin's load on your breath. And then it just goes downhill from here, and he starts trying to blame SCOTUS again. Remember, when you make your king, you're telling society there's only one way to hold him accountable. Conservatives have no one to blame but themselves for that. He can be impeached and convicted in the Senate? No, he's out of office. Can his criminal friends be held accountable? No, he pardoned every single one of them. Can he be kicked off the ballot for violating constitutional requirements for being president? No, the Supreme Court decided they didn't like that rule anymore. Can he be criminally charged? No, he has absolute immunity. What do you expect? He then decides to attack his audience. I want to profusely apologize to any Trump supporters in my audience that I've misled into thinking I view them as anything beyond the unpatriotic, treacherous, anti-American scum that they are, doing my best to rectify that ASAP. And then he just starts arguing with everyone. But before we move on, if you are enjoying this content, please like, follow, and subscribe for more. So he argues with Tim Pool. Coming from Tim, who has been screaming for a civil war literally for years, no one wants to see death and destruction more than people like this. Remember, they're the ones who make money off your misery. Then he continues to argue with Constantine. What are you talking about, you valueless, soulless banshee? The right has been walking this country off a cliff for years. While Trump was trying to dismantle the country, you cards cried about trans people in woke schools. Please go get drafted. Here's another one. It's a win-win for me. I either get the candidate I ideologically align with, or Trump gets elected and I get more tax cuts off my 7-figure income while brokey trash trailer like you celebrate in the streets and die of diabetes. I'm not sure how long his income will be at 7 figures. Then he starts arguing with Cat Canada. Donald Trump incited an insurrection and then was granted full criminal immunity for possibly all of his involvement. I have zero sympathy for anything that happens to him or anyone who supports him. I will argue this position against any and all conservatives of reasonable size, but there's a reason none of you spineless hacks step outside of your echo chamber. Kat steps outside her echo chamber and says, I'm not in an echo chamber. I follow you. I listen to your points. I agree with some of what you say. I don't see the case for inciting an insurrection. I watched the videos of the crowd yelling no when someone said we need to go into that building. I'm not a hack, Steven. Steven's logical and reasonable response is, you are a hack. Did you not see a crowd of people chanting to hang Pence? Did you not see crowds of people bashing in the heads of our state capitol police? Which videos did you watch, Kat? The ones where Donald Trump was telling the crowd of people that they need to fight like hell or they were going to lose their country? The ones where he was telling people to ensure the lawful state of electors, aka his fraudulently submitted electors, would be counted? I'm not in an echo chamber because I listen to you. Yes, this is my sin to live with. I've done an abysmal job at communicating how much disgust and disdain I have for you people. The actual cancerous rot that's destroying my fucking country. Then Kat responds, so is everyone who supports Trump a hack? Why are you so angry? Would you like to chat about this on a space? What do you think? Well, let's just say that space didn't go so well for Destiny. Watch this.
You said that basically because Donald Trump is an insurrectionist, attending his rally is supporting, a fascist dictator or whatever, and ultimately it's a around and find out scenario. You'd have to then extrapolate that logic to believe that the 70+ million people that voted for him are also guilty of supporting them and therefore a fair game and in a around and find out scenario. So am I misreading here? Are you saying that all of these people are open to assassination attempts?
I wouldn't say open to assassination. I'm just saying that if it happens, there should be zero fucking sympathy for anybody involved.
So you believe that basically half of the country deserves no sympathy? Really?
Yes. When half of the country is supporting an insurrectionist, yes. Democracy only works, and if you're a I don't even know what actually I don't know what you are. If democracy only works when the people are working to actually protect it. And when half the people in the country are supporting somebody that is undemocratic, then no, I'm not going to sit here and shed tears for people that end up being the victims of their own insane fucking ideology. No, this is fucking stupid. Why would I waste my time? There are way better things to cry over, like how fucking horrible Game of Thrones turned out. I'm not going to sit here and lose sleep over shits that are getting offed as they engage in insurrectionist supporting rhetoric. That's fucking crazy.
Just on a personal note, man, I really feel like you've lost your humanity. I'm concerned for you, honestly.
Right? And I wish that, and maybe one day, I don't know, maybe if you guys grow up a little bit, maybe you'll know this. Saying the most disgusting, horrible shit that you can in a polite tone of voice is one of the most horrible things that you can do as a human being. And the idea that just because you calmly and politely suggest that a guy that tried to overthrow the republic ought to be president, and that's a respectable opinion because you say it with a low voice, is beyond redemption to me. It's disgusting.
Okay, so you think we're disgusting? You think we're a basket of deplorables?
Now that we know what Destiny really thinks of people, let's move on to one of the sickest things he said. I can't show the picture, but the picture is of blood on bleachers. And Destiny's response is, all I see is Biden up +1 in Pennsylvania. Now, I might have been lying there. I don't know if that's the most disgusting tweet, because there are a lot to choose from. Like this, for example. A person in a crowd cheering for and supporting a traitor to this country caught astray. I'm so sad, please. Or how about this one? The replies to this tweet are all you need to know for why conservatives don't deserve your respect as humans in this country. Now, if you think Destiny is done dehumanizing people, no, he went on stream and said this.
Get the dude, the firefighter guy, Trump, the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay, just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am.
Destiny isn't the only sicko out there either. How about this from Representative Stephen Woodrow? The last thing America needed was sympathy for the devil, but here we are. Now I have to give the representative some credit over Destiny. He at least had the decency to delete his account after saying this. If this is the level of discourse from some of the quote-unquote top minds on the left, America really is in trouble. Something is clearly wrong with Destiny. I have never expected that much from him, but this is on a whole new level, and it's still going on. Just take a look at his Twitter feed if you really want to torture yourself. He even argued with Jordan Peterson, and I think Jordan said it best. This is a bridge too far, Destiny. Seriously, you will regret the carelessness, to say the least, you have exhibited today, revealing your true colors. Yes, Destiny has revealed his true colors today, and we all saw him for what he is. If you want to see more craziness, pick one of these videos of other people who have ruined their careers with terrible choices, who just kept doubling down.